Hello, welcome to the WOC InspireHer podcast. Stories by women like you, where women share their stories and their business journeys to inspire other females, follow their ambitions, and find their purpose. We are the women of commerce. I am Diana Pombo.
And I am Jordania Rodriguez.
And we welcome you to this podcast for the first time.
What we would love to do is to introduce you and tell us a little bit about us. How did the Women of Commerce get started? So, Diana, we've been doing this for a little bit over 2 years now.
Yes.
So we started with the WOC right before the pandemic. So right before the pandemic, we had to kind of hold on some of our events, and then from there on, we started to brainstorm as of how we were going to do this in a new way of doing business that wasn't business as usual, as a lot of people will say it, right?
Right. So we had a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of brainstorming, and the WOC Women of Commerce was born in 2021, early 2021, when things started to get a little better. We decided we're going to come face to face, and we kicked it off in May with a Cinco de Mayo celebration. It was amazing. There was so much energy in the room. Everybody was just so happy to be back together again. And from there, the Women of Commerce just continued to kick off events and attract women. And we just found that there was such a need in the community for a women empowering group to bring us to our next level, to help us, connect with each other, inspire, empower each other, and help us with our own business journeys.
Yes, that is exactly it. I agree with you, Diana, 100%. Our idea, just like Diana mentioned, it's to inspire other women, right? So how we can bring you to the next level. How can you represent yourself instead of having others representing you? How can we make you stronger? How can we be stronger together? How we can make things happen? So for us, it's been a journey. I'm pretty sure for most of you have been the same, but we standing, and I am so looking forward for our upcoming year that we have so many new programs and events that will be coming in 2022.
And like Jordania said, to touch on what Jordania said, it's about us working together as females and not competing against one another, just fixing each other's crown. Jordania and I both come from a finance background. I myself have been in banking for 32 years. I started as a teller, rose the ranks. When I started business development for the bank, I joined the HudsonCountyChamber of Commerce, which is where I met Jordania and other mind-like ladies. And I was then asked to join to, start a group for women because there was a need in our community for a women's group where women can come and have a safe space to talk about their challenges, where they can get education, where we can help, other women in the community that need help with their small businesses. So we came together and, we're here because we want to help other women. We want to form a community of women that trust, respect, and bring each other up. And Jordania and I, we don't talk about our businesses really. We're here just to, help each other out and think about what we can do for the women of commerce in our community.
So just like Diana mentioned, so we've been in the financial world. So I've been in banking for over 20 years. I am not going to be as humble as Diana that said for 32. I am just over 20. So by saying that, there's always, when you get to interact with business owners, you get to see majority males. As the time progresses, you get to see like that more female coming as entrepreneurs, and sometimes we don't have probably the education that we need to move into that business, or we don't have that knowledge. So many years I attended to a woman of commerce group, which I actually, not a woman of commerce, a woman group, which I thought it was a great idea, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for more of a teamwork, of more of a partnership where we actually assist each other or help each other or make each other stronger. So I didn't see that in that group. And then, like Diana mentioned before, there is a need for a group that actually work transparent into helping each other, right? How can if we have a need, like me and Diana, when we met back in the chamber many years ago, we kind of clicked right away because at some point I used to say, "Hey, Diana, I'm looking for this. Can you do that?" And Diana was like, "Yeah, I can do that for you," right? So we have each other's back, and vice versa. So we've been working closely for many years now, and then now with the Women of Commerce, it's something that we kind of feel now like we are family. So I feel that I spend more time talking to her than I spend talking to probably my mom or my daughter, just because we're trying to brainstorm into, what can we do to bring women's to the next level, right? What can I do to bring you forward? How can we do this together? How can I inspire you to be the woman that you want to be, right? We all, as women, we are, like we did an interview to one of our business owner, that she said that she's kind of the modern Wonder Woman, right? So how
Yes.
can we get you to that powerful Wonder Woman that you are? How can we bring that out of you and that you feel confident saying, "Hey, this is what I can do and I am going to do it." And if you don't know how, we can help you, right? What is the need that you have? And then we're also looking for each one or everyone's need so we can see how we can incorporate it when we see a need, that then we can come up with an idea or a program that we can assist that need in the female industry.
Yes. So why inspire her? Like Jordania said, is to build confidence in women, because a lot of the times, even with the education, I feel that us women don't have the confidence, don't think that we can do something. So I think the Inspire Her is bringing ladies in our community that are successful, that have done the work, and can show other women that it can be done. It can be done. So this is why we started the Inspire Her podcast, and we love to see more of you join us as we bring these ladies in our community together, and we hope to see you again.
And, just like we keep going back and forth, right? Picking up on Diana, definitely, in order for us to grow stronger and in order for us to be better, we need to support each other. If we don't support each other, it's never going to happen, right? So sometimes we attend to different events where you see, I don't know, maybe a community or a group of people that get together, and you say, "Oh my God, how did they become so strong?" They probably just started yesterday. It's all about support, right? You support me, I support you. So in order for us to grow stronger and to be better at what we do, we need to follow each other. We need to support each other. Just like Diana mentioned before, fixing each other crowns, right?
Right.
It doesn't going to make us weaker, it's going to make us stronger. So how can we become stronger going forward? Right. So my ask to all of you guys that will be watching Inspire Her podcast is to follow us. Follow us and invite a friend. Ask a friend to come and join us. Ask a friend to follow us. Ask your friend to come and say, "Hey, there's this great WOC group of females that are looking to be part of this and are looking to help us. Why don't we go and we join them? They have certain events. We have different programs. Come and join us." We are welcoming and inviting all of you to be part of our group. So that is my ask to all of you females that are listening to this program, right? And, let's help us having a story for you and then talk about, hey, this is how I started and this is where I grew with the WOC.
So Jordania, why don't we share with our viewers a little bit about what inspires us? So talk about what inspires you and what roadblocks you may have had that this group has helped you overcome.
Well, I can say what inspires me every day. So I have a family of 2 kids. So I remembered when I had my son, I was very young, right? And a lot of people say, "Oh my God, and she decided to get married at this age and have a child at this age, that is so hard. How you going to do that? You're going to have to depend on your parents. You're going to have to do so many things so you can kind of bring that child up. And I looked myself in the mirror one day and I said, oh, no, I'm not. I said, I know exactly who I am and I know exactly what I can do. So I started to work, and I started working at a shoe store back in the days. And then 6 months later, I was promoted to be a manager, being pregnant that nobody knew that I was because my belly couldn't really show, which was a blessing. And then after that, I had my son. So when I had my son, I started to do everything that I needed to do to give him, to be a role model for him in a way or another, right? So I started doing so many things. I started to kind of brainstorming myself. I said, I need to go back to college. So I went back to college, which back then, it was kind of challenging for me yet. And then I kind of stopped my education at that point, and I just continue with the education of my child. Then from there, I had the opportunity to go into the banking world, and that's how I started my career in banking, right? Then from there, I had my daughter when I got remarried. Yeah, remarried. So I had my daughter back then, and then when I had her, I said, I need to be a role model for my daughter too. I feel for males sometimes it's an easier path for their career, not the same as females. And then I said, what, I'm going to go back to college. I actually went back to college and I finished a degree, which I finished I did my associate back then, and then I ended up doing my bachelor degree, and I actually did my walking and all that. And I can say proudly that I actually finished that not too long ago. I probably finished that 5-7 years ago because I wanted to be a role model for my daughter. I said, and my kids, if I said I can do it, you guys can do it. And I tell them I don't expect anything less or more than what I can do. So that is my expectation from them. So that is what keeps me up every day. How can I be better? How can I inspire others to say, hey, yes, we can, and yes, we can do it. So that is actually what keeps me up every day and what inspired me to be the person who I am, and help me to inspire others as well. Roadblocks, for me, roadblocks might be, sometimes people come and where they say you cannot do it. And then you find something in the way that you probably stepped into, and you say, hey, probably those people were right, but you have to get up and go back and say, yes, that is just an obstacle in the way that I have to move it out of the way and just continue. So I will say that sometimes, roadblocks might be just the same people, and sometimes in other way, males, females, that actually tell you, no, you cannot do it, but then, yes, you can do it.
So, what inspires me? Women like you, Jordania. Women who are confident, women who have done successful things, and successful women breaking glass ceilings. That inspires me every day. So my purpose for being here, being part of this group, being part of the InspireHer podcast is to share these stories of these women, let other women know that, yes, you can do it too. It inspires me to want to do more when I see another woman succeed, championing other women and what they do and what they have accomplished. It just paves the way for all of us. I have a daughter, I have a granddaughter, and I tell them the sky is the limit. You can do whatever you put your mind to it. You could be the first, you could be the second. Women are just such strong people. We have a superpower, which is just being a woman, and I think that we can do so much. Being in finance, I have faced many roadblocks. It's a male-dominated industry still today. Women are so underrepresented in the field. The pay gap. It's there's not enough women at the seat. Yes, you hear of women breaking glass ceilings in the industry, but it's still not where it should be. So, yes, throughout my career, I have had roadblocks. It's easy for a man to get ahead in the industry, not like a woman. But being part of a community like this and watching other women succeed, that is what inspires me and helps me to get through. And I still have more time in my career, and I feel that I could do more. And just being mentored by other women and just sharing our stories, supporting each other, I feel that that is what gets you to the next level, whatever it may be.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger, right?
There you go. So I want to thank all our viewers today for joining our podcast. I hope to see you back here. It's all about supporting each other. So please support the WOC Inspire Her podcast.